So this is the fifth of our videos looking at the AQA specimen GCSE paper, and we're looking now at question 3. So you can see it says question 3, you will hear the following excerpt 3 times. You may find it helpful to tick a box each time you hear the excerpt, so that's just like the previous questions. And then question 3a says to complete the rhythm where indicated on the score. Now, for some reason, AQA is saying copyright doesn't allow them to publish the score, but they've put it in the mark scheme, so I've recreated the question here. And you can see that there's a bracket identifying where you need to put the correct rhythm in, and they've already notated the pitch for you. So we've got G, E, A, G, E. Now you would need to listen to the score and try to identify what the rhythm is, but you do have a head start. You can see that the time signature is 4/4, so you know there can only be a maximum of 4 quarter notes in the bar, and they've already identified one of those quarter notes at the start. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes have to add up to no more than 3 quarter notes. So you've got a good chance of there being eighth notes, dotted eighth notes, and things like that. And then you can also identify that there is never in this score an eighth note that isn't dotted. So see, every eighth note there has a dot after, followed by a 16th note. So it's a good guess that at least 2 of these notes are going to be dotted eighth notes, and at least 2 of them are going to be 16th notes. So you'd have to listen to the score, but you can see from the exam board's mark scheme that we've got the same question here, and the correct rhythm was to have dotted eighth notes and 16th notes twice, followed by a quarter note. So realistically, all you needed to do in this question was identify that the first 4 notes were shorter than the last one, and it was a safe guess that that would be a quarter note, which is the same pitch and length as the first note, and then the next 2 would be dotted eighth and 16th notes. So that is the first question there. Let's go back to the question paper. And then you can see it says what technique is used by the drummer during the rests on the score. So your 3 main things you need to pick up there are technique, so it's asking you about the way in which he's performing or she is performing. Drummer, so you know to listen out to the drum kit, and during the rests on the score. So if we go back again and have a look at the question paper, or the answers paper even for the score, you can see that we've got a quarter note rest and a half note rest in each of the last 2 bars. So we've got 1 quarter note's worth of pitch, and then we've got the rest there. So even if I hadn't heard the recording, I'd be willing to bet that what's happening in there is that the drum kit part is playing a fill-in to fill up the empty space. It's effectively giving the drummer something to do there, a chance to show off. So it would be a safe guess that that's drum fills as the answer. And if we look on the mark scheme there, you can see again it says drum fills. So if we go back to the question paper, let's pop that in there as text, drum fills. So you can see again on this mark scheme that our question for question 3b was worth 1 mark. So it was a safe bet that you just needed a short answer. The 5 marks for question 3a links into the number of notes that you had to identify the rhythm for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if you got some of those rhythms wrong, you could still get a good chance of getting 4 or 3 of those marks. So that's the end of this video looking at page, what page are we on now? I think page 5, page 6. And I would take this as an opportunity to go away and revise again rhythm notation, which we've said to do a couple of times so far here, and maybe performance techniques and identifying rhythm notation for rests. See you soon. Bye bye.